If YouTube is not recommending your videos, watch this video till the end, because in this video, I'm going to be teaching you what YouTube recommendation is, how it works, how to know if YouTube is actually recommending your videos or not, and how to make YouTube to start recommending your videos if your videos are not being recommended by YouTube. Hello guys, my name is Mimi. I teach you how to grow your own successful YouTube channel with smart strategies that actually works based on experience and research. Now, what is YouTube recommendation? YouTube recommendation is simply how YouTube decides which video to show to a particular group of people here on YouTube based on their interest. Now, if I am interested in YouTube growth, and each time I come on YouTube, I search for YouTube growth videos, YouTube will automatically understand that this is my field of interest. So anytime I come on YouTube, as I open the YouTube app and scroll, most of the videos that will appear as I'm scrolling are videos based on YouTube growth. Now, if you are interested in cooking videos, and each time you come on YouTube and you keep searching videos on how to make different recipes, YouTube will automatically understand that this is your field of interest. So each time you come on YouTube and you open the YouTube app, most of the videos that will be shown as you scroll on YouTube are mostly cooking videos, because YouTube understand that this is your field of interest. So this is basically what YouTube recommendation is. So how does YouTube recommendation works? Now, each time you upload a video on YouTube, the first thing that happens to that video is that YouTube will scan that video to check if that video has violation. So please, on no account should you upload your videos directly on public. Upload your videos first on private. Put your videos on private or unlisted. After, YouTube must have checked that video, scanned the video to see if that video has violation, and you see this message from YouTube saying that the video has no issue, then you cannot put it on public. Because if you upload a video directly on public, if that video has a violation, YouTube is never going to recommend that video. So that is the more reason why we tell you that please do not upload your video directly on public. So if your video has a violation, that video can never get recommendation from YouTube. That is the first thing that happens when you upload your video on YouTube. The second thing that happens is that YouTube will pick that video and carry a test on that video. How does YouTube test the video? Now, YouTube will pick your video and distribute it to a small group of people, let's say 50 people, to check 3 things on your video. 1, the CTR, which is the click-through rate. 2, the audience or viewers retention. And 3, the engagement on that video. YouTube pushes videos that people engage on. So when you upload a video and people are watching that video, whatever happens on that video, whether people spend time watching your video or not, it sends signal to the algorithm that this video is either good or bad. Now, let's talk about the 3 tests that YouTube runs on every video that is being uploaded. The first thing that YouTube is testing on that video is the CTR, which is the click-through rate. Now, this is simply how often people click on your video when they first see it as a thumbnail. Remember that when you create your video, the first thing people will see on your video is your thumbnail and your title. That is what is going to trigger people to either click on your video or scroll past that video. Now, I'm going to take you into my YouTube studio so that I will show you what I'm talking about. Now, you go on your YouTube studio app. Okay, select any of your videos. So I'm going to select this video. Click on this region where you see analytics. So click anywhere on that region and then click on reach. So when you click on reach, you are going to see impression. Now you can see the impressions on this video. This is how much YouTube has shown this video to people as a thumbnail. Now if you scroll, you are going to see 7.5% impression click rate through. This is the percentage of how people have clicked on that video when they see it as a thumbnail. Now let me explain. Now, when YouTube show your video to a small group of people and the CTR is high, for instance, this video has 7.5%. For a small channel like mine, this is very good. So YouTube will see that, okay, the click-through rate is high. This is one of the things that YouTube is checking. So it's going to tick on that. It is good. For a small channel, if you have from 5 to 10% click-through rate, it shows that that video is doing well. But if you are below 4%, 3% click-through rate, it means that you need to work on your thumbnail and your title. Now, the second test that YouTube carries out on your video is the average view duration or audience retention. How long people are watching your video before they eventually click off your video. So how can you know your viewers or audience retention? Now, after reach, you go to engagement. Now, when you go to engagement, you are going to scroll down. When you scroll down, you can see that on an average, people are watching this video at 4 minutes 32 seconds, which is typical. It is good. So at least people are watching this video on an average of 4 minutes 32 seconds. Now, if you go down, you can see the audience retention down. So you can see this graph. This graph shows how people are watching the video. As you can see on the graph, you can see the intro, top moment, spike, dip, how people watch the video. So if you check, 44% of viewers are still watching at around 0.30 seconds max, which is typical. That is why you need to work on your hook points. And I always insist that the first 20 seconds of your video should be able to grab people's attention. If people spend the first 30 seconds watching your video, there's always a possibility that the average view duration might be high. So please work on your hook. Make sure that within the first few seconds of your video, grab people's attention as much as you can. It is very important. So this is one thing that YouTube check. If YouTube sees that the average view duration on your video is good, there is no way YouTube is not going to recommend your video. So that is the second test that YouTube plays on your video. Now the last one is engagement. Early engagement on your video matters a lot. That is why when you upload a video, you have to stay on that video for a few hours so that you can engage with your audience. You can even pin a comment in the comment section so that you can trigger your audience to start a discussion. You can ask them a question. Just make sure that your comment section is busy. If YouTube sees early engagement on your video, it sends signals to the algorithm that this video is high quality video. When we talk about high quality video, it's not about the gadgets that you are using to record your video. It is the engagement on your video. As people engage on your video within the first few hours on your video, it tells the YouTube algorithm that this video is high quality. So if you pass these three tests, that is the click-through rate, average view duration, and the engagement on your video, there is no way YouTube is not going to recommend that video. If YouTube had recommended your video to, let's say, 50 people and carry out this test on your video, you pass the test, it's going to increase your video's visibility to a huge number of people. And that is how your video will gain visibility. That is how YouTube will be recommending your video. So this is how the recommendation system works. Now, how to know whether or not YouTube is recommending your video? This is very important. Now, still open one of your videos, go to the analytics and then click on reach. When you click on reach, you are going to scroll down after impressions. So you scroll down, you will see how viewers find this video. And there are two important things you need to take notes over here, which is the browse features and suggested videos. In some other videos, you can see where it is written suggested videos, you can see up next. So when you are watching a video on YouTube, you can see below that video, you see up next. That is suggested video. Now, browse features is when you open your YouTube app and then you are scrolling through, you are watching video, and then the videos that YouTube is recommending to you, those are browse features. And these two things are what we call YouTube recommendation. These two things are the YouTube algorithm. This algorithm that you are hearing about, it is the browse features and suggested videos. Now, if you drop a video and YouTube carries the test that I earlier mentioned and you fail the test, let's say YouTube has distributed your video to 50 people and you fail the test, YouTube is going to drop that video. YouTube is not going to continue to recommend the video. And if you check your video, you will not see browse features and suggested video. But that does not mean that you might not get views. You might still get views on other YouTube features and YouTube search. Maybe people come on YouTube and they're searching for a particular thing in your niche, and maybe your video can pop up. But if your video is not good enough that people are watching for long, your video is going to get buried under millions of videos in your niche in that same topic. So please, these two things are very important for you to grow here on YouTube. Now that you have known what YouTube recommendation is, what the algorithm is, I'm going to now tell you what to do if YouTube is not recommending your videos so that YouTube can start recommending your videos. Now, if YouTube is not recommending your videos and you want to get recommendation, the first thing you need to do is to set up your channel properly. I have made a video on how to set up and optimize your channel. I'm going to be dropping that video in the description box. Now, you need to set up your channel so that YouTube first understand what your channel is all about, everything your channel stands for, what kind of videos that channel is going to be producing. So please, you want to watch that video on how to set up your channel properly. Another thing you must do is to learn to optimize your videos. I have made a tutorial on how to optimize your video, full video optimization, and I'm going to drop it down in the description box. Now go to any of your videos and then click on the pencil icon to edit that video. Then you scroll down, down, down. You'll see this part where it is written tags, short remixing, category, and more. So we are going to click on that. So when you click on that, you are going to see where it is written category. Please, category. Click on category. Always add this to your videos. Okay, you can see cars and vehicles, comedy, many more. And my own category there is people and blogs. I didn't set it. I just saw it like that because I didn't know what it means to even optimize a video. These are my old videos that I've been uploading here on YouTube. So when you click on category, please try to add a category to your video. If you are under educational niche like me, please add education. Whatever you are doing, whether it's music, gaming, please make sure under category you add what your video is all about so that the algorithm will understand that this video is either educational or gaming, and YouTube will know exactly how to distribute your videos, the kind of people, the right audience to recommend your videos to. Now, if you do not add categories to your video, YouTube may find it difficult to distribute your videos. YouTube will have to figure it out by itself. So please help YouTube to do this so that YouTube can pick your video immediately and start distributing your videos. Please, this is very important. So please, you want to watch the full video on how to fully optimize your video after you've uploaded your video here on YouTube. It's going to help you. Another thing is your thumbnail and your title. You know, the thumbnail is what people see before they will click on your video. And remember, one of the tests YouTube runs on every video is to show it to people as a thumbnail. And when people see your thumbnail and your title is compelling, people will click on your video. One of the mistakes I was making as a bidder, I used to write these robotic titles or phrases Please try as much as possible to avoid that. Make sentences for your titles. Now, if I'm making, for instance, back then, if I'm making a semicircle beaded bag, I can just say a beautiful or a semicircle beaded bag DIY. That is what I used to write on my videos. But the right thing to do is to say how to make a semicircled beaded bag. You are writing to humans and not robots. Make sure that when you are writing your title, you are making a sentence that someone can understand, so that the algorithm will understand what your title is all about. Try to make compelling titles. Your title should not just be flat. Try to trigger curiosity in your title. For example, maybe you are a cooking niche and you have made a delicious pancake. Instead of you to write that how to make a delicious pancake, you can write something like, I tried this simple pancake trick and the results shocked me. Or you can even say, this simple pancake recipe changed my breakfast forever. People want to watch what is so special about this pancake. You have triggered curiosity. People want to watch the video like, what is so shocking about pancake? Maybe there is a secret ingredient in that pancake that they need to learn. You have triggered curiosity. Make your titles very compelling. It is very important because these are the first thing that people see, and it's going to push them to either click on your video or scroll past your videos. And now, for you to get a good audience retention, make sure that your first 30 seconds is able to grab people's attention. Do not start your videos with, hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this channel, tell people what they are going to be learning on that video. Remember that YouTube is a learning platform. Most people come on YouTube to learn something. So you want to tell them what they are going to be learning in your video. You can say, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you this, and that. That way you are able to grab someone's attention, someone that wants you to solve their problem. Or you can say, by the end of this video, you are going to start making the best jollof rice ever. That is how to start your intro. Just stop all the pleasantries. People are not even interested. You can do that in the middle, but please do not start your videos like that. Let people know what you are going to be solving as soon as you begin your video. That is the only way you keep people watching your video. And now the most important part is you can have a good intro. And now when you are recording your video, you start to mess up. Let me just go straight to the point. I have been in the beading niche. When I want to record my beading videos, you don't see my face. If you are making videos that people do not need to see your face, please don't show us your face. If I'm beading, you only see my hands working on my table. I focus my camera on my table. If you are cooking, we don't need to see your face, except you want to explain something to your viewers. Just focus your camera on the pot and start mixing everything you need to mix. If you are baking maybe cake, mix everything you are going to mix and explain while you are mixing. Your face, if your face is not important in that video, please do not put your face in that video. That is how you are going to keep people watching your video for long. And hey, remember that the goal is audience retention. Keep people watching your videos. So if you do everything that I've taught you in this video, there is no way that YouTube is not going to recommend your videos. So guys, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.